And I believe our last speaker is Kathryn Sussman. Welcome.
Hello there.
Welcome.
My name is Dr. Kathryn Sussman, and I'm actually just here as a concerned citizen and as a mother of a 5-year-old daughter. I'm here because my daughter was invited to a Hands-On Exotics party. She was very excited, and I took her to the party, and I was just part of that process. We all sat in a circle, and a lovely young woman came in. She was probably in her 20s, carrying a laundry basket full of 31 animals in one laundry basket. Okay? So right away, just as an educated individual who does care about animal welfare, a little bell went off in my head. Okay, this is a problem. This is how these animals are spending their time, traveling from birthday party to birthday party, a laundry basket with 31 separate exotic species. One of which was, it's funny you mentioned the hedgehog, because there was an adorable little hedgehog. The kids oohed and awed, and they were thrilled to see it, until everybody at the party kind of stopped because it was shaking uncontrollably. This is a nocturnal species. Again, I was just kind of shocked and asked a few questions to the young girl who didn't really have adequate information to address why a nocturnal species would be at a morning birthday party for a 4-year-old boy, by the way. They did tell us that we should wash our hands after handling the animals, but these are little tiny children. Everybody knows children's fingers go in their noses, go in their mouths. I was watching kids do all sorts of things with their hands. And another concern I had is that Hands-On Exotics put out a kind of a mat on the carpet so as not to spread pathogens, but one of the frogs at the party hopped off the mat. So there were grandparents at this party, one of which I know has very serious cancer and has immune issues. And I just had a lot of concerns about all of these things. But another thing I wanted to say, just listening, is the educational component here, because as a parent, what you want to do is teach your child to have empathy for animals, not just, yes, this is a fuzzy little creature and it's sweet, we get to touch it, or this is an interesting slimy creature and we get to touch that. We have to think about, educationally what we're teaching our children by doing that. There are all kinds of alternatives now, explore.org online, where you can see animals in their natural habitat, etc. So I just wanted to bring up those concerns. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, Councillor Doucette?
Thank you very much for coming today. So I understand that they encouraged you and the children to clean your hands afterwards.
Yes.
Did they ask you to clean your hands beforehand so that the children didn't spread their germs to the animals?
That's a good question, and actually I can't remember specifically, so I can't speak to that, but the emphasis was certainly on afterward to wash our hands. But I really saw all these kids, touching their faces. I was thinking, oh my goodness, because in particular I was worried about salmonella, because I had heard with some of the reptiles and that sort of thing. Yes.
Do you may not be able to answer this. Do you feel that the children seeing these animals, particularly hedgehogs, I used to have them running around my garden in England. In the evenings, they were beautiful.
Right.
Do you think this might encourage a child to go to their mum and dad and say, hey, Christmas is coming up, can you get me a hedgehog?
Well, actually, more than one.
I don't know.
A couple of the kids at the party, of course, wanted a pet hedgehog. I wanted a pet hedgehog too, but the point is, these are exotic species that are not pets. And I mean, if we're going to be progressive in this country, I just think, come on here, there's a big difference. That's right. You can have a cat. We can.
Dog, yeah.
We're not going to take a nocturnal species, and
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Any other questions? Thanks so much for your presentation.